Indiana University Cancer Center said that they were going to try to cure multiple myeloma. And again, like I told several people, it's rare that a cancer center or a university will say, we'll try to cure a cancer of any type. Although IU has a great reputation in that. Dr. Einhorn and testicular cancer really set the bar for curing cancers across the world. So it was very impressive to me. One of the reasons I came to IU was because of the ambition to do that. And I think that ambition is translated into really a great multidisciplinary team led by Dr. Abenor, with Dr. Rudman, Dr. Perna, Dr. Walker, Dr. Subhan Sanka, Dr. Abu Zayed, really have formed a fantastic multidisciplinary team that spans everything from clinical trials to basic science. Our laboratory is focused on multiple myeloma, which is a cancer of the normal cells that produce the antibodies that protect you against things like the flu, polio, smallpox, COVID-19. These are called plasma cells. And normally plasma cells are very dependent on where they live, which is within the bone marrow. And multiple myeloma utilizes all of those normal interactions within the bone marrow to keep itself alive. And more importantly, utilizes all of those interactions to prevent itself from being killed by chemotherapy or other therapies. So my laboratory is focused on understanding what those critical, what we call pro-survival interactions are between the myeloma cell and the regular bone marrow, and then how we can target those to actually make myeloma that had previously been resistant to chemotherapy now sensitive to chemotherapy. Because that's really the major problem that patients with myeloma have, is that they will initially respond to chemotherapy, but then they'll become resistant. So if we can figure out how to reverse that resistance by using drugs that can target those critical pro-survival interactions, we think that will be a major advance forward. We actually have a clinical trial that came out of our laboratory utilizing a drug that's known as abatacept. Abatacept is actually approved by the FDA for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, so non-cancer application. However, we found that abatacept actually interferes with the ability of myeloma cells to talk to the bone marrow and actually resensitizes them to chemotherapy. The second one is actually a vaccine trial that we have developed with collaborators at Roswell Park, who've developed a very interesting vaccine that targets this molecule called survivin. And survivin, it helps keep cancer cells alive, and myeloma cells express a lot of it. So by sending the immune system after this molecule inside myeloma cells, we believe that we will significantly enhance the period of time where people are without myeloma. We already have some sense that we can get very long-term periods of remission for patients. Some of them might be cured. And the question then is, how does that happen? And I think that what we're going to end up having is a multi-layered approach, that it won't just be, here, take this blue pill and you're cured. It's going to be, we're going to start with perhaps chemotherapy to get you into complete remission. And then we will add on top of that immunotherapy to clean out whatever microscopic deposits of myeloma are left over. And then we will actually add a vaccine or other therapies that might amp up your immune system to keep everything away. So a multi-step integrated what we call combination therapy efforts to actually attack myeloma at multiple places, because we know that myeloma is not just one cancer. If you have myeloma, you don't have just one kind of myeloma. You have actually multiple kinds of myeloma within your body. And there are different tribes of myeloma there that are sensitive or not sensitive to different kinds of therapy. So we can't just go after myeloma as one disease within a patient. We really have to go after it at multiple levels, because again, there are a whole bunch of variants out there. Understanding how those variants arise and how we can attack them is something that will be central for the treatment and cure of myeloma. This is something that this group is at IU is particularly good at. So I think that will be the basis for us being able to cure myeloma.